Steve Irwin. In 2006, Steve Irwin was filming a documentary near the Great Barrier Reef when a stingray suddenly struck him in the chest. The accident happened during production for a nature program and was witnessed by members of the crew. Irwin had built his entire career around getting close to dangerous animals. But this moment was different because the stingray's barb pierced his heart. The footage was reportedly secured and never publicly released. What made the incident especially disturbing for many viewers was how quickly it happened during what was supposed to be a routine underwater shoot. Owen Hart. Owen Hart died during a live wrestling pay-per-view event in 1999 after a stunt entrance went horribly wrong. He was being lowered from the arena rafters as part of a character performance when the harness system failed. Hart fell from a massive height directly into the ring while the audience watched in confusion. Because the cameras were focused elsewhere at the exact moment of the fall, the actual impact was not broadcast, but the live crowd witnessed everything. The event continued after the accident, which later became one of the most criticized decisions in television history. Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin collapsed on live television during an NFL game in 2023 after making what looked like a normal tackle. Millions of viewers initially thought he had simply been injured, but within seconds, medical staff rushed onto the field and began performing CPR. The stadium became completely silent as players stood around in shock. Sports broadcasts are built around action and energy, so seeing an athlete fighting for his life in real time created a deeply unsettling atmosphere. Hamlin eventually recovered, but the images from that night stayed with viewers around the world. The Challenger disaster. Space Shuttle Challenger disaster unfolded live on television in front of schools and families across America. The shuttle exploded shortly after launch in 1986, killing all 7 crew members on board, including teacher Krista McAuliffe. Because a school teacher was part of the mission, many classrooms had televisions turned on to watch the launch. The shock came from how ordinary everything seemed seconds before the explosion. Broadcasters struggled to understand what had happened in real time, and the confusion in their voices became part of the memory people still associate with the disaster. Tommy Cooper. Tommy Cooper suffered a fatal heart attack while performing live on television in 1984. Cooper was famous for chaotic comedy routines, where mistakes were part of the act. So when he collapsed on stage, the audience initially laughed, assuming it was another joke. Fellow performers and stage crew soon realized something was terribly wrong, but the program continued for several moments before the broadcast cut away. The disturbing part was the delay between the medical emergency and the audience understanding reality. The Byford Dolphin Accident broadcast. Byford Dolphin diving bell accident became infamous after parts of the aftermath appeared in television reports and documentaries. The accident itself involved explosive decompression on an oil rig in the North Sea, instantly killing several divers. While the full uncensored material was never shown on mainstream TV, news coverage and later reconstructions exposed viewers to one of the most horrifying industrial accidents ever documented. The incident changed safety procedures in commercial diving and remains deeply unsettling because of the sheer violence of the decompression. Bud Dwyer. R. Bud Dwyer shocked television audiences in 1987 during a live press conference. Facing corruption charges, Dwyer unexpectedly pulled out a handgun in front of reporters and cameras. Journalists initially believed it might be a dramatic protest or statement, but within moments he shot himself on live television. Some stations cut away immediately while others accidentally continued broadcasting the footage. The incident became one of the earliest examples of how live television can suddenly turn into real tragedy without warning. Vic Morrow. Vic Morrow died during the filming of the movie Twilight Zone, the movie after a helicopter crash during a night shoot. Although the accident happened on a film set rather than during a live broadcast, behind-the-scenes footage and later television coverage spread details of the disaster everywhere. Explosions on set caused the helicopter to lose control, and Morrow, along with 2 child actors, were killed instantly. Investigations later focused heavily on dangerous filming conditions and the use of children during late-night action scenes.